You have the cow in the right condition score and the heifer in the right condition score coming up the calving. From a suckler cow, from a commercial suckler cow point of view, is she a heifer you would be recommending for a part-time farmer to bull?
Certainly not, Justin. You can have major difficulties in calving the like of this stock here because of the extreme muscle. They're going to pass on the blue gene to their offspring, and as a result you can come into very, very severe calving problems. But with the proper care and management and proper sire selection, it can be achieved. But again, you know, if you're going to be away and you're expecting to get a cow calved when you come home.
At the end of the day too, Arthur, selecting good quality AI bull or stock bull or whichever, like that there heifer has the potential to produce, as we've seen with the red cow previously, that heifer has the potential to produce a U-grade weanling as well, the red one.
Oh, certainly, Justin. But again, you know, we pointed out the factors of the extreme and the muscle. On the red one now going forward after her first calving, I would be inclined maybe to use an easy calving blue bull on her. Whereas on the blue one, I would certainly go down the road of an easy calving Limousin.
Yeah.
Perhaps Highlander on her the first time round. She's been recently, only 2 weeks ago, to Highlander.
Right. So we've seen two different types of heifers here for keeping for breeding. You've basically got the good wide heifer come back to the Dublin bus, and you've got that more extreme heifer, as Arthur quite rightly said, will produce your U and E grading calf. So it's important that you identify what market that you're going for and the constraints of your own system. If you're a part-time farmer, going out at 7 o'clock in the morning to your work and not back to 7 o'clock in the evening, well then I would certainly question the merits of going down that extreme muscle route. This red Limousin heifer, 9 times out of 10, God willing, she'll have a calf, she'll calve the calf herself, you can let her off to do the work herself. So whenever you're selecting the breeding heifer, know the constraints of your own farm. Again, docility is a very important role. Both these heifers are exceptionally quiet, and that is key. As we discussed at the start of this piece, the goal is to have a cow per calf per year. Sounds simple, it's not that easy. Basically what you're looking for, if your cow calves down on the 1st of January one year, you want her to have another calf by the 1st of January the following year. The interval between calving of 365 days. Unfortunately, on an awful lot of farms, the calving interval is running at 400 to 420 days. Now, to sum that up in simple terms, a farm with 40 suckler cows with an average calving interval of 400 days is basically losing €2,000 per annum. That's a lot of money. There are 3 key areas. 1, the condition score of the cow at calving. You want your cow calving down at a condition score of 2.5 to 3. Secondly, those late calving cows. Research has shown that by separating the calf around 4 weeks post-calving and allowing them to suckle once or twice a day will significantly reduce the length of time by up to 20 days that the cow will come back and heat. It's quite labour intensive. Tightening your calving pattern next spring will significantly reduce your workload, and it will be time well spent. And finally, the management of the stock bull. The first thing to do is to carry out a visual assessment of the bull. And again, this should be done well in advance of the start of the breeding season in case there are any problems. The 2 key areas you want to focus on are 1, condition. You want your bull to be fit and not fat. You don't want them too fat, but you don't want them too thin. The second area is feet. The bull must have 4 good feet under him if he's going to jump up and down and mount the cows. If the feet are sore, he won't mount the cows and you'll run into a fertility issue. If there is any doubt after carrying out the visual inspection, you should contact your vet to have a veterinary examination carried out as soon as possible.
First thing I would do is carry out a visual examination of the bull. First of all, a general look at his appearance, his condition and his coat, and then I'd start at the ground and work my way up. First of all, he needs 4 good feet.
I suppose, Charlie, you mentioned the feet there. Maybe I suppose you make a comment on this guy's feet?
Yes. His front feet, as you can see, are becoming a bit overgrown and overriding one another, so he would need pairing, but not now in the middle of the breeding season. He's not lame, so I would leave him until the autumn to address that problem.
You would pair his feet in the autumn, where I suppose you're not going to be using them for another 2, 3 or 4 months again, and give them time to recover.
Precisely.
So making sure the rest of the apparatus are in order is important as well?
Absolutely essential that he has a good pair of testicles. Should hang down on a warm day like this, should hang down well clear of the body and have a clearly defined neck. It's important to examine the rod, first of all, from any deviations off a straight line, where it might suggest that at some stage he ruptured his penis. Also the prepuce, you don't want a lead with the prepuce prolapsed, where it's visible.
Yeah.
Gets dried, gets injured, gets diseased. Yes, exactly.
The back is also important for when the bull is mounted.
Important, exactly. Bulls with any kinds of back injuries are unable to mount or experience pain